ready for high school action on the place for local sports, The Score. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dog fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. By Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta Vassalboro line. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Joseph's Market, Front Street, Waterville, famous for fine meats. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue, Waterville, serving the Central Maine community for over 100 years. Computer Improvements, Water Street, Skowhegan, your headquarters for computer maintenance. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. And by Dixon's Country Market in Benton, celebrating 10 years with 24-hour diesel service and the best takeout food around. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. Lately, our home away from home, and we're going to keep being home here tomorrow night, too. It is high school boys soccer today on The Score as the Skowhegan Riverhawks take on the Bangor Rams. And we welcome you to the broadcast booth today, which is outside here at Skowhegan High School for this matchup between two teams that have had a rocky road so far this year. Skowhegan's 2-4-3, and Bangor is 3-6-1. They've had their ups, they've had their downs, as the record would indicate. And Skowhegan, with those 2 wins and 4 losses, 3 ties, which is certainly a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a sign, right, that you're trending in the right direction in a way, because it's close, right? One play here or there, and all of a sudden, it could go either way, obviously better than a loss. I think the thing that really stood out to me looking at both these teams, obviously you talked about how they really haven't been able to stack up the wins. Both teams have one really big outing. Bangor beat Hampden Academy to open the season 7-5. Skowhegan beat Lawrence in a game we had 7-0. If you take those two games out, they combine, the two teams, in like 15 other games have scored 14 goals.
Yeah, goal scoring's a problem. Last time out for Skowhegan, they didn't get any. They got blasted by Camden Hills 8-0. So a tough game there to come in to this one on. So certainly they're looking to bounce back. Meanwhile, the Bangor Rams come in off a win against Oxford Hills in South Paris. They won there by a score of 4-0. So they did score 4 goals last time out. So good for them. Skowhegan, on the other hand, you take that 7 spot, as you mentioned, away that they scored in the game we did against Lawrence, and it's been an almighty struggle for them.
Yeah, and it's surprising, I think, a little bit, because in that game against Lawrence, and Lawrence, a rough season, super, super young team. It's surprising from the standpoint of, I thought during that game they showed they had some real nice playmakers, and just have really struggled, obviously, since we've been here. That game early in the season. And both these teams, I think it's who's going to score first. Both have struggled to score. But obviously these two teams have done a little bit better job against the quality they'll be standing across from today. Yeah,
and we have seen Ryan Donahue, of course. We've seen him on the basketball court. He's 6'7", and very mobile, agile, a very good athlete. So you're probably not going to drop any of those duck shots in on him that we've seen so often this year. But the fact that they've given up as many goals as they have, I think, indicates the problems in the defensive end.
Yeah, when I got here to get set up going, Coach was talking about specifically turnovers, talking about strategy there. And then he said, and I quote, if you blindly pass, you will come out of the game and you will not go back in.
Love it. I love it. It's the way it's got to be. Meantime, it's Gavin Glanville-True, who we may shorten to GGT, in goal today for the Bangor Rams. He is a sophomore, and he is a good one for Coach Don Erb.
I think he's going to need it. Again, these two teams, I think you talk about their records, reflects, maybe some mistakes, some turnovers there. And I think I would expect both teams to have a chance to get some shots on goal. It's just who's going to maximize their opportunities and who's going to minimize their mistakes. Yeah,
having not seen Bangor, we're not sure about what kind of game they've got offensively and what kind of playmakers they have. And we've seen Skowhegan again against a very young, very raw early on Lawrence team.
Yes.
But we saw some plays made, and they showed some promise. It's coming, but it's coming awfully slow, and certainly today looking to get a win against a team I think they match up well against.
Yeah, I think you look at the paper, it's hard not to argue. Like I said, you take out those two big games, the goal scoring is roughly the same. Bangor has given up 31 goals on the season. Skowhegan only 23 in about the same amount of games. So Skowhegan, while struggling to score, is maybe a little bit better defensively. That being said, again, on paper, you know the records, the goal numbers, the defense, they kind of all match up despite not having a ton of common opponents. So, I think, two evenly matched teams today.
So let's roll it out there and see what happens. Boys high school soccer coming up. Bangor and Skowhegan. It is coming up next here on The Score.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Nothing brings people together like good food, so when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta, so there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards, so be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, Manufacturing Manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
201 Tire, Battery, and Service on the Goodyear credit card for all your auto needs with great benefits. 6-month financing when you buy $250 or more. Subject to credit approval, terms and conditions apply. Double savings on select Goodyear tires via mail-in rebate. Accepted at Exxon and Mobil locations nationwide. The Goodyear credit card, the complete solution. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Get yours. Apply now.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades. And Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Nothing brings people together like good food, so when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta, so there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards, so be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
AJ Knight, Mike Violet back with you here in Skowhegan. Boys soccer, Bangor versus Skowhegan.
Yeah, and a great rendition again in Skowhegan of our national anthem. Eric Cunliffe, who is a very good saxophonist. The word on the street is the greatest saxophonist in Skowhegan history, period.
And a tennis star.
And a tennis star. Played our national anthem. A superb job by Eric. So we are set to go. Today's game, as always, brought to you by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion there, and you can go to their open house coming up on October 14th from 9 until noon and find your passion and find students, teachers, faculty. Find out more about free college. Go to cmcc.edu.
And our own Bob Hafford.
Bob's going to be there that day?
He's supposed to be.
Sweet.
So just in case.
And have the Bob Hafford experience, because there's nothing quite like it.
No,
you
true.
And I experienced it this morning.
I believe
he graced us with his presence in the studio this morning.
He did.
It was great.
I believe he will also have the brand new Score vehicle.
The Score Jeep is coming soon, perhaps to a community college near you, all wrapped with the Score logo. It is some kind of fine-looking machine.
I'm just going to say, I don't believe him that he's going to let me drive it.
I don't believe him either.
I'm just saying, I don't think he's going to let me drive it.
I don't think he's going to let Jay drive it, much less you.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that's wrong. It's his via. I'm just saying. I don't think he told me I was going to get to.
We've seen pictures. We've seen an artist's conception of what it's going to look like. That's it.
A first treatment of the Score of a Jeep.
All right, we are ready to go. Skowhegan ball to start it off here. As the Rams, boy, that was right up in the face there of Sam Steves off his own foot.
That caught him by surprise.
That'll wake you up. As we see some blue sky overhead here, which is good, considering it's been cloudy and foggy most of the day. All right, Bangor trying to work it in. In goal to our right is Jack Donahue. Down to our left is Gavin True. and it is out of bounds. It'll be a Bangor ball. They will throw it in right in front of us. It's Cooper Thibodeau. Thibodeau. Bangor works it up. Rams with a threat here. Lead up there is Jasper Sparks, but he can't run it down. It's cleared out by Skowhegan down the sidelines. It's Cam Herrick.
Yeah, it was a nice response there by Files to kick that one out of the box. Donahue was running back up there, too.
Up it goes. This is Finn Donahue, who clears it out to midfield off the head there of Aiden Linder.
Something to watch is, again, it was stressed a lot pregame, even before Bangor got here. Skowhegan talked a lot about turnovers. Coach Fogg was very crystal clear with his team what would happen to your playing time today if you turned it over.
It's funny. Bill Belichick may be doing the same thing in Foxborough today.
Oh, boy. Talking
about turnovers, and if you turn the ball over, you're coming out of the game.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, it is fair. All right, driven up by Skowhegan. The ball goes up to Herrick. Herrick spins. He beats Thibodeau. Then he ends up on the ground, and it's worked out of the zone by Jake O'Donnell. O'Donnell trying to go on Hovenkamp. He works it up to midfield, and it's cleared back by Skowhegan. No score here. We are just underway. First minute plus. In front of us, it's O'Donnell. O'Donnell goes back to Thibodeau. Thibodeau to midfield to Christian Kendall. Back to Kendall on the give and go. Right side trying to hit Moscone in the clear. That didn't work. Now near side. Can Bangor keep it in? Yes, they do. O'Donnell cleared it up. On the right to Moscone. Moscone works it in, tries to kick it back, and kicked it back way too far. Blasted up by Kendall. Blocked by Finn Donahue. Back Kendall. Kendall shot off the back of the legs there of Noah McMahon, and it squirts over to Sparks.
But thus far, Bangor, a lot better passing, especially
Yes.
long passes.
Raiden Sudborough. Pass. O'Donnell. Picked off by Bangor. Cleared up now by Lucas Smith. Back towards the circle by Skowhegan. They can't escape, though. Seamus McDonald has it at midfield, and the passing certainly has been the difference. Smith with a long one, trying to go over the defense, headed by McMahon. A bump, and it comes down to O'Donnell. Kept alive by Bangor. Sudborough. Sudborough falls down. Now back with it, Bangor. Weaving through is Sparks with a shot and a save by Ryan Donahue.
A pretty easy save from that far out. Coaching staff for Bangor wanting them to chase that down. You know, you get a juicy rebound, but nobody's there to take advantage.
But a very good start for the Rams in a corner here to start things off.
Yeah, Bangor very much the aggressors here early on.
All right, here it is. Curls in one hop. It's headed. And Kendall kind of headed it out, and now it's cleared out.
A little break for Skowhegan there because it ends up roughly where it needs to be, but just nobody home.
All right, ball goes back on goalkeeper Gavin True. Got it up to midfield, trying to collect it there for Skowhegan Noah McConnell. Could not. Bangor on the break. Slowed down, though, by Hovenkamp, and it's cleared out. Herrick.
Herrick was one of those players talking pregame that was so good against Lawrence.
Yeah, can't keep it in there. Bangor throw-in. Cooper Thibodeau. Thibodeau to Moscone. Tied up by Herrick. Now stolen by Steeves. Steeves works it in. The lead to LeBonville. He can't collect it. Kept in, though, by Skowhegan. Kept alive by Sam Steeves. Steeves over to Herrick. Herrick in traffic, and it's cleared out on the side by Thibodeau, and it rolls out.
That must have caught a piece of Herrick there on the way out because it said Bangor ball. Steeves is someone to watch, too, for Skowhegan. We've seen him, and he's a gunner. He doesn't take much to shoot for him.
Long throw in by Thibodeau. Off McMahon. Midfield. Donahue on it. Donahue right side for Jack Fitzpatrick. Jack curls it down the sideline. Booted out by Bangor. Kept in by Skowhegan. Now Bangor, 3 men up. An opportunity to bust it out here. Here's Moscone. Moscone with O'Donnell filling the lane on the right side. Donahue, though, comes over. Nice tackle there and took it away.
Yeah, nice recovery there by Donahue. I think he rushed his clear a little bit, but still getting the ball out of harm's way lets your defense reset at least.
Throw in Herrick. To McConnell. Noah is open. McConnell slows it up, drives it ahead of the competition. There's LeBonville, that is hustling for it. Lucas Smith beats him to it, drives it out.
Now, one of the other things Coach Fogg talked about pregame with his team, no dribbling through the midfield. So once Skowhegan gets possession, look for long passes.
Boy, you really eavesdropped well, didn't you?
I wanted to be prepared.
Well, it worked. You are like a Boy Scout here. High throw and looking for a header. Nothing except a bounce on the grass. Cleared out, and it rolls up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell slowed up there. Good play by Herrick, and Herrick steals. Herrick plays it ahead. Herrick looking to get it to the middle. He does, but nobody there in black, and it's cleared out by Bangor. Now Donahue with a long one, deflected. Off the deflection, kicked up in the air. Donahue tries to get the rebound, trips up Christian Kendall, and that'll go to Bangor.
Inadvertent there. I think they got feet tangled up. Now both teams have had an opportunity deep in offensive territory. Bangor's corner kick and the throw-in from Skowhegan both went about the exact same way. Ended up positionally where you want it, but just nobody home.
So free kick here for Bangor.
Also worth noting on that trip, I think that was a feet tie-up, but we've seen a little bit in pregame. We'll see with the clouds clearing up, but it was a little slick out here. People were losing edges in pregame.
Yeah, it's almost like we had a light rain shower. It was that slick.
Yeah.
That one right on Donahue, and Ryan, easy save, boots it away. Far side. Sparks says it's our ball. Referees saying no, it isn't. It's their ball. And there being Skowhegan. And here come the Riverhawks. On the drive, it's LeBonville. And coming out is True, the goalkeeper, to scoop up that loose ball.
Yeah, trying to feed that through Herrick was, unfortunately for LeBonville, that was just well ahead of him. And also good defense there. Bangor just kind of boxed LeBonville out.
Midfield on a hop, Sudborough. Bangor's going to reset here. The pass back to Jack Earl. Earl blasts it up. Way down the left side to Jasper Sparks. Sparks to the middle. Sparks defended by Stroman. Sparks circles. Sparks. Try it again. Sparks centers. Nobody home there except Skowhegan. The Riverhawks able to clear. It's knocked away by Noah McMahon.
On top of that, you saw there, I think a little bit was that Sparks trying to save it, but again, lost an edge.
Bangor ball cleared by Donahue. It goes off a couple of bodies and goes out. It goes off Bangor last. Skowhegan ball, Fitzpatrick. Now it's cleared. Midfield, tamped down by Smith. Smith, a long shot, and Donahue jumps out on a hop, makes the catch.
Yeah, nice play there by Donahue. I don't think there was really a credible threat there, but there was a Bangor Ram in position. So best defensive play there. Just come grab that.
Ryan with a great punt all the way down into the offensive zone for Skowhegan. LeBonville trying to get on it, and he did touch it on the way out. So it's going to go back to Bangor. Subs for the Rams. Coming in for Bangor, Zach Shaw. Also coming in, Philip Moscone, 7 and 16 respectively, and maybe reflectively too. And the throw in. Bangor with it. To Shaw, one of the newbies. Thibodeau blasts it over midfield. Sparks trying to pooch it ahead to Shaw, and it's broken up there by McMahon. Pass down the sidelines. Good job keeping it in there by LeBonville. Or check that Thibodeau.
That was a heck of
good ball control for sure.
No joke.
Some excellent skill there. Up to Shaw. Shaw over to Moscone. Moscone drives, and this is offside. Yes.
Yep.
Sparks way ahead of the play.
Coach Fogg making sure the ref saw that too. He threw his hand up.
And Coach Fogg's got his Duncan in his hand, so he's alert.
This much different conditions than the first time we were here for a boys soccer game.
It was hot.
It was like 92.
Yeah, he was drinking Dunkin' Ice that day. Well, it's warmed up a little bit. It's close to 70 now, and it's pretty comfortable, all things considered. There's a head down there by Seamus McDonald, and it bounces off a Bangor player, and out of bounds by Herrick. They get it into LeBonville, and he loses an edge. As you can see, it is still slick. Herrick, LeBonville, give and go, and it goes deep and it goes out.
Yeah, just a little bit too hard off Herrick's foot there. Good look, though. Nice save, even though, like you said, LeBonville lost an edge deep in the corner.
29-15 left, first half, no score. Bangor and Skowhegan still kind of feeling each other out here in the first 10. That's not a good clear at all by the goalkeeper, True. You can hear Coach Fogg saying, come to the ball. Down the sidelines. Fitzpatrick can't catch up to it. Bangor able to keep it in.
That one off. I think that one finally out off Skowhegan.
Throw in here by the Rams. Pass into Sudborough. Stolen. Picked off by Steeves. Steeves. Possible break over to Herrick. Herrick. Pooches it over on the left side. That's Hovenkamp. Down the sideline. Shows speed. Cuts in on Thibodeau. Lays it over in the middle there for Steeves, and it's broken up by Bangor. Promising rush there for Skowhegan. They could not finish it off. Here's a breakout. The lead pass for Shaw. Shaw may have a chance. Shaw with a shot off the post.
And I think they got him for offside.
Okay, it was. Zach Shaw, the junior, got ahead of the pack. And it would not have counted. He beat Thibodeau. He beat Donahue, but it was off the post.
Yeah, for Coach Fogg, we have the benefit of replay. He was offsides.
Yes. No doubt about it. So, Skowhegan with the free kick. McMahon booms it up. Bangor knocks it down. Right side for the Rams. Moscone beaten to it there by Hovenkamp. Now Herrick. Hovenkamp is open, back to Herrick. Herrick, little dump up to Steeves. Steeves with a shot, that's blocked. Loose ball, picked up by Kendall. Kendall on the other side for Sudborough. Sudborough loses, though, and it goes back, and it goes out in front of the snack shack over there.
Yeah, he was trying to chip that into the corner for Fitzpatrick, but just didn't get enough arc on it.
Bangor with the ball, no score. There's Shaw again, kind of floating.
Now you saw there Shaw hold up there, definitely onside.
Shaw with a long shot way over Donahue's head, coming in for Skowhegan. Well, I don't have his number. Anybody know who 45 is?
Skowhegan 45.
We'll find out. We are efforting. Donahue blasts it up. Up to midfield. Picked up there by Steeves, though loses to Bangor. Rams knock it in. Sparks headed it, and Donahue comes out and grabs it.
Yeah, it's Bangor, I think, making an adjustment to Donahue's foot there as they're kind of playing way deep now.
Donahue with a high one, not a good one.
Yeah,
out of bounds.
Continuing the the tradition of moving other players on a football team. Skowhegan needs a punter. I found one.
I know. I was going to say that earlier.
Josh Hitchings.
Okay, so we have him as 10 on the JV roster, so he is 45. Thank you, Brian Jones, AD here. So Josh Hitchings, wearing 45 in black.
That's the kind of dedicated research you get with the score.
Exactly. Get the athletic director doing your work for you. It's the way it ought to be. All right, coming in for Skowhegan is Lucian Malik. And checking out is Jack Fitzpatrick. Throw in by Skowhegan. Pass goes into Stroman. Stroman sizes it up, blasts it down for Herrick. Good pass. Herrick handles. Herrick goes wide. Herrick slows up. He's doubled. Trying to beat two men. Not an easy thing to do. He ended up on the ground.
Yeah, Herrick's going to get the whistle, or going to be the reason for the whistle, though, because he clearly shoved that Bangor defender to the ground. He got hemmed in there and then trying to get up. Use a ram to get himself quicker to his feet.
Smith will have the free kick. Midfield off the side of the foot of Hovenkamp. Up to Donahue. Donahue handles. Ahead for Herrick again. Herrick ahead of the pack. Curls it in. Shot and a save is made by True.
That was a really nice play there by Donahue, but like you said, I think for Herrick there, just kind of no angle, and that one's a tough one to squeeze in.
Very tough. Pass up to Thibodeau. Thibodeau over midfield. Headed back down by Hovenkamp. Here's Steve. Steve stuffed. Good play there by Seamus McDonald. McDonald ahead for Kendall. Kendall left it for Moscone. Moscone to the middle. Drives it ahead of the pack. Kendall hustling for it and shoots on an open net as Donahue came out. The net's wide open. Score! Well, Donahue took a gamble and he lost, and Jasper Sparks makes it 1-0.
Yeah, like you said, he came out there, and then there's nothing you could do. He's way out of the box, as you see here. Hits the turf. There's nothing over there. Defenders try to make a wall, but, yeah, I mean, what are you going to do?
Well, that is one of those situations where if you come out like that, you'd better make the play.
Yeah.
He did not. And Bangor scores 1-0. Sparks at 16-19 with the Bangor goal. They lead 1-0. So Skowhegan in the hole, 1-0. Got a jam there at midfield. Now it's Kendall. Kendall, we get a whistle. It's going to go to Bangor.
Yeah, I think Skowhegan's going to watch out there. You saw that, I think, in play. They're really kind of pushing up, so those long passes from Bangor, as long as they stay on side, they're getting kind of run-ins into the box.
All right, it is Lucas Smith knocking it up. Donahue Finn knocks it down. Over to Herrick. Herrick makes a nice move and wheels away from Gray Sparks. We have Jasper Sparks and Gray Sparks. Back it goes. Not a good pass at all. Sudborough picked it off. Sudborough ahead. And Zach Shaw, we've seen how dangerous he is. Shaw looking for an open spot. Knocked down on the play by Stroman. And Stroman up the sideline.
Yeah, Bangor wanted a whistle there. Ref was right there. So, I mean, he had a good look at it. I think there's an argument for them, but ref says play on.
Left definitely let him play. Kendall up and on a couple of hops. Donahue out. And Ryan looking it over here. Hang time on that one.
No joke.
And down it comes. Aiden Linder cleared it up to midfield. Skowhegan on it. And on it, out of bounds, behind the crowd over there.
A good turnout today.
Absolutely. I like it.
I think Bangor brought a charter bus, so they brought some fans with them, but a good turnout.
Yeah. We'll be across the way tomorrow night for football. Reggie Clark Field, Lawrence and Skowhegan. I think we're going to have a good turnout for that one.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll be on the air at 7 with the game tomorrow night here on The Score. Again, Shaw, and again, Donahue. And Donahue just barely won the race to the ball.
That one looked close. I was trying to find the ball because it kind of looked like it disappeared there under Donahue for a second. But, whew.
Back in the Bangor zone, Linder clears. Rolls up to midfield near the circle. Bangor dumps it in. Finn Donahue back to defend. Rams up 1-0. Shaw's up there on the left side now, number 7. In the middle they go to Sudborough. Sudborough, a little pooch over to Kendall. Kendall ahead over Shaw's head, looking for some sign of tip or deflection from him. Saved in the corner, and now it's knocked out by Skowhegan. Knocked out there by Hovenkamp.
Yeah, Shaw there was a nice job by Skowhegan to give him a pinch there because he got so concerned trying to find his body placement, he just misjudged the ball and went right over his head.
This will be a goal kick for Donahue. 20-20 left in the half. And Donahue blasted out of bounds. Pass in. LeBonville broke it up. Now it's out again. And it's off Bangor, so Skowhegan will have it. It'll be Stroman. Asa Stroman, just over midfield.
Eric came off and asked how quickly he can go back in. Coach Fogg immediately told, sit down, get some rest, get a drink.
You like that, though?
Oh, 100%.
You want that ambition? All right, the drive up. It goes all the way through a maze of players. And driven up by Sudbury to midfield. Off the shins there of Stroman. Pooched back in by Noah McMahon. Now it's ahead of everyone, and Donahue will just knock it out of bounds.
Skowhegan's going to have to adjust to that because Bangor, besides the offside, has gotten some real good looks, and their lone goal has come from just kicking it up there and winning the foot race.
All right, Thibodeau to throw it in. Bangor up 1-0 on a goal by Jasper Sparks. Pass ends up to Shaw. Shaw angles it up, knocked away by McMahon. Far side, Moscone going for it. Skowhegan player slips and falls. It's going to stay with Bangor. Throw in, tipped by Seamus McDonald, back. Comes all the way up. It's headed by McMahon. Still loose. Donahue way out of that net. We like gambling goaltenders. He's taken it to the nth degree here.
And obviously we got our headsets on there, but I mean, if he's doing, he's got to communicate with his team because I think Skowhegan players were kind of just as much in his way and a little bit the obstacle there.
Yeah, you got to let them know you're going to do it. So A, they can get out of the way, and B, somebody might cover back for you.
Yes.
Just in case. All right, down in the Skowhegan offensive zone. Riverhawks can't keep it in. Throw in by Bangor. Goes into Gray Sparks. Off Donahue's head. Rolls down. Picked up. Long shot from way out deep by Steves goes wide.
Yeah, I think you can tell him he's a little bit frustrated. We've seen him. It again, doesn't take much to have him shoot. You see there. And I think a little bit of frustration there for the Riverhawks because they've had a couple of good chances down on this end, but it's been one of those cases where the ball kind of just rolls through the box and nobody's there.
Herrick back in for Skowhegan, wearing number 15. Steal in the middle of the field by Shaw. Shaw really active. Shaw gets it ahead for Sudborough, and coming out again is Donahue, and he wins the race. As Donahue retreats, kept in by McDonald, over to Shaw. Shaw and Donahue push. Finn. Back in the Bangor zone off Linder. Now Skowhegan drives it in up there for the Riverhawks, LeBonville, but too far ahead. Left side Linder. Linder drops it over midfield. Nice back move there by Tristan Shaw. Skowhegan wants offsides. Was not called, and the Riverhawks able to clear it. Earl knocked it down at midfield. Jack Earl. Booms it up. There's Shaw. Shaw gets by Stroman, and it is off
his arm. Handball. Skowhegan's got to find a way to adjust that. Really, Bangor's just kind of sending 1-2 forward, and they're hitting them. They're winning those foot races, and I think coaching staff for the Rams has been pleading for people to rebound because there's been opportunities there.
Too many times Ryan Donahue has had to come out of the net to stop a possible 1-on-1.
Well, and then the other thing is how many of those times, if there's a second Ram trailing the plate, you get a golden opportunity.
Yeah, you get a tasty rebound and you put it home.
Yes.
16 minutes left, first half, 1-0 Bangor. Jasper Sparks with their goal. Cooper Thibodeau with it. Thibodeau's a senior with the throw-in. Went right by the intended receiver. Pooched back by Donahue to Earl, or check that to Asa Stroman. Stroman over midfield. Herrick. Lost it. Up to Shaw. Shaw wheels right around Stroman. Shaw now slows it up. Almost tripped. Shaw, individual effort there. Stroman gets tripped up.
Yeah, Shaw got bumped there. He's making his case that that was a little bit of ragdoll there, but he definitely extended his arms.
Mm-hmm.
But we made a comment earlier. They've let him play pretty much for the most part. We've seen several players hit the ground.
McMahon, long one, up off the head of Gray Sparks. Hustling down for Skowhegan, LeBonville, but beaten to it by Jack Earl. Now LeBonville back on it. Now Earl on it. A push at midfield by Moscone there on Hovenkamp. Bangor retains the ball over midfield. Stroman knocks it down. Into the air it goes. Fitzpatrick. Now Thibodeau for Bangor. Thibodeau. Laid it back for Linder. Midfield, Stroman. Fitzpatrick. In the middle, Steves. Going down, Steves gets it ahead, but I guess that was a shot, and it's an easy save there by Gavin True.
Yeah, I don't think he got all of it, but as you'll see here, we show the replay. He had a nice move there to get himself free.
True with a high short kick. Fitzpatrick with a chest ahead. Cleared out by Bangor. Race forward on the sidelines, and it was knocked out of bounds by Skowhegan. It was Ashton Robertson. Nope, it wasn't. It actually went out of bounds off Sudborough. So Skowhegan will take that call.
Bangor went to save it, and a little shove there, I think, helped push that one out of bounds.
Stroman to throw it in. Good one. Deep, unfortunately, to nobody in black, but it bounces over to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick over to Herrick. Herrick with a long shot, left-footed, way high and wide.
Yeah, I think his plant foot there slid, and he got underneath it.
Coach Fogg with some instructions and some observations.
Yeah, I don't want to – we obviously haven't seen Bangor. We've seen the Skowhegan boys team before. Kind of feels like the intensity between these two coaching staffs ramped up a little bit because they know for both teams this game's gettable.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we came into this game thinking it was a very even matchup.
Yeah.
All right, Bangor's Christian Kendall. Kendall up to Sudborough. Connor Files jumps up on him, manages to force Bangor back. Thibodeau, midfield. Thibodeau up on the sideline. Sudborough got stuffed there. Good defense by Files, but they stay with it. Shaw, broken up. Good play by Steves. Cleared in by Skowhegan. One bounce to Jack Earl. Earl, right side for Sudborough. Sudborough with a bomb, and Donahue will come out and make the catch.
Skowhegan just missed a break there. I think form-wise, that was Fitzpatrick turned, I think, which is you're trying to make yourself as big on that pass. The ball just rolled right by his feet because he turned away from it to try and block it. He stands up. He's got a fast break quickly going the other way.
Blasted out by Skowhegan. The throw into Earl. Earl taken away. Excellent job there working things by LeBonville, but he couldn't keep control of it. Cleared in by Bangor. And Donahue out again.
Now that one will roll right to him. Skowhegan's doing a nice job, specifically on throw-ins around midfield in Bangor's territory. They're getting some nice bounces and getting the ball. Just can't get anything going to goal.
Headed down by Kendall. Midfield, far side, Moscone. Moscone pooches it ahead for Tristan Shaw. Now ahead right side, looking for Sudborough. Sudborough running back is McMahon, showing great speed that we saw on the baseball field many times. McMahon trying to get it ahead to Fitzpatrick, didn't connect. Back up, Seamus McDonald. McDonald to Sudborough, ricochets back into the Bangor zone. Up to Shaw. Shaw got pushed from behind by Stroman. Now Shaw runs into Steves. Boy, we got a lot of contact.
Yeah, show you this contact here again as he collided with Steves. The call, though, is that when that ball you'll see on the replay here bounces up, lands basically on the back of Shaw's hand here as you watch. Collides with Steves there, pops off of Steves' foot, and then Shaw basically caught it.
All right, free kick here for Noah McMahon. About 5 yards on the Skowhegan side of midfield. The long one. A header, another missed header, a header. And Bangor able to survive that ball getting in close. McConnell back to Stroman. Stroman's pass deflected. Asa gets on the ricochet, though, to Steves. Steves with a shot wide. Good hard shot, but wide.
Nice play there by Stroman, specifically just because he tracked his shot, basically. It was a pass that was deflected, but he created that opportunity by just making a heads-up play.
All right, Gavin True.
Yeah, for Steves, though, I think you gotta. I know you're trying to take a shot when you got open space. I think you got to try and eat up a little bit more distance to the goal.
True, intercepted by Steves, but cleared. Gets to midfield. Bangor on the break. Down the sidelines for the Rams, Moscone. Moscone, Shaw in the middle. Sudborough on the other side. Up near Donahue, and anything near him or not near him, he's coming out to get.
A nice play there by, was that Fitzpatrick, I believe, to box out there. Files.
All right, Kendall. Fitzpatrick lost it. A header there by McConnell. Now it's cleared out by Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick trying to get it ahead to LeBonville. And Earl broke it up. Earl runs into Fitzpatrick. Now Thibodeau lets it roll out of bounds. Touched last by Fitzpatrick. 8:45 left, first half. 1-0 Bangor. Jasper Sparks with their goal. Thibodeau to throw it in. Into Shaw. Shaw got pushed from behind by McMahon.
Yeah, they're letting him play. We've seen a couple shoulder tackles.
Yeah. Files throws it in. Mike Moscone. Nice move away from McConnell. Moscone. It's going to go to Skowhegan. Moscone let that go out. I think he thought he was going to get a call there.
Yeah, I think he did too.
Connor Files. Up to LeBonville. He beat Thibodeau. LeBonville goes deep. Now cuts to the middle. Now he's checked by Lucas Smith. Back to Smith. Midfield, jumping up there is Stroman. Stroman kept it alive. McConnell. It's picked off by Sudborough. Sudborough ahead of the pack, looking there for Jasper Sparks, who's their goal scorer. Sparks. And
that one's going to get called.
Halvenkamp, a jam.
You extend the hands a little bit, I think you're going to get called for that one. Otherwise, I mean, contact, inadvertent running, shoulders into shoulders, they've let go.
So we got a free kick here for Shaw, about, 30 yards out-ish?
Yeah, I think so. The box, I think, is about 20.
Zach Shaw from a slight angle. And it's off the wall of Skowhegan defenders. No hand? Okay.
I thought that was a hand. The initial free kick hit the wall. I think that dropped on the hand of, I think that was number 9. I thought for sure. Regardless, though, Bangor keeps on the throw-in.
Smith, the throw-in from the right sideline. You can hear the wind picking up. Knocked down by Thibodeau. Thibodeau beat Fitzpatrick. Thibodeau passed to Sudborough. That pass is stolen by Finn Donahue, and Finn clears to midfield. 6.5 left, first half, 1-0 in favor of Bangor. Boys high school soccer today here on The Score. Football tomorrow night. About 50 yards away from where we are with Skowhegan at Lawrence. Here is Asa Stroman, or check that, Steves in the middle. Over on the far side to Herrick. Herrick. Up to Fitzpatrick, and he mishit that big time. He was right there. And Jack definitely shanked that.
Yeah, one of the few looks. I mean, that's tough, right? That's spinning coming from 40 yards away, 20 yards away, whatever it is. But, man, Bangor lucky there because Fitzpatrick standing all by himself on the back door.
Couldn't have been any more alone. Midfield off the side of the foot of Files. Now it's pooched out of bounds by Fitzpatrick. Thibodeau to throw it in. Sun's out.
Partially.
Take it. Thibodeau tried to squeeze that pass up to Jake O'Donnell. That did not work, and it's run out by McMahon. McMahon, head of the pack, LeBonville, but he's all by himself. LeBonville slows it up. LeBonville lost it out of bounds. Thibodeau Knocked it out. It's going to be a corner?
I think so. Skowhegan,
Yes.
I think, got a little bit of a break because LeBonville looked like he was offsides. Bangor bench clamored for it, but here, Skowhegan, another great chance.
All right. Herrick on the corner. Good low one. It rolls through, and it's cleared by Bangor. Well, not really. They temporarily got it at least up in the air, slowed down by Files. Now in the middle for Steves. Steves back to Stroman. Stroman goes back deeper for Havenkamp. Now Smith. A collision, and Donahue got the worst of that. The Skowhegan football team has moseyed over to watch this game. They're in the far corner over there.
The shot there that was blocked didn't get through.
Nope. A header near side. On it is Herrick. Herrick working on Thibodeau. Herrick back to McConnell. And he gave it right to Sparks. Sparks heads it down. Here's O'Donnell. O'Donnell ahead of steam with McMahon back, and McMahon veers him off and clears.
Nice play there by McMahon. Skowhegan's going to be kicking themselves at half. So many opportunities. I feel like they've had chances, but they struggle to get it in the box.
A clear out by McConnell. Well, that looked like it went off an arm. Yeah. Is that what they called?
Elbow, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. This free kick, then that's what they called. I think the soccer team returns the favor and shows up tomorrow night.
Probably.
They should.
All right, free kick here for Skowhegan, Noah McMahon, the senior.
And another chance for Skowhegan. McMahon, again, about 5 yards in his own territory. Ought to be able to put this right in the box.
It went off the head of Donahue, but it went in the wrong direction. That should be, well, I was going to say should be a Skowhegan ball, but it's not.
Yeah, apparently they said it went off. There's the change. They say, you said Donahue, and I said, that's what I thought. But
no, they're still going to have.
Oh, it was Earl then for Bangor, they said.
All right, a throw in. McConnell throws it in. Bounces loose. It's cleared. Nice throw in there by Havenkamp.
Just another situation again. Skowhegan is getting it where it wants to, just can't get to the ball.
Files. Into Steves. Steves picked off by O'Donnell. O'Donnell to the middle. O'Donnell. Lead pass right side for Moscone. Mike Moscone slows it down. McMahon on him. McMahon seals him off. Good job there by Noah McMahon. And McMahon clears. Excellent defense by Noah McMahon. Up to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick midfield. Picked off there. Pooched back in by Allen. Now stolen by Sudborough. Raiden Sudborough. Working it. Takes it to the net. Sudborough stopped. Ball was left right there. And
I think he stepped on the ball.
All right, he might have. Herrick could not clear. Kept in by Bangor. We're down to a minute and a half. A long one is off the top of the net. And it goes behind.
Tell you what, Donahue didn't move. His instinct said that was out, but, man, I think that one got a little bit of a late break there that made you hold your breath.
That was not out as much as he thought it was.
Still, regardless, goal kick here, but whew.
Header kept in the zone by Kendall, now cleared out by Skowhegan, headed right back in. On the fly, Stroman. Down to Herrick. Herrick handles. LeBonville knocked it down with a shoulder. Over to Fitzpatrick. Jack makes a move, goes inside. Thibodeau stoned him, then he got it back. But Jack Hurl was there to save the day. Up to midfield off the midsection of McMahon.
McMahon's having a good day.
Yep, McMahon with 40 seconds left. Up to Finn Donahue. To Herrick. Herrick to the middle. Now the shot is a save there on a good shot by True. A good save by Gavin True. The best chance for Skowhegan to score today. The shot a little bit too much on goal.
I would completely agree with that. Steve's got a good look on that one, but didn't make True move too much.
Nope, and that's the secret. You got to make a move. Picked off here. It's Moscone. Moscone in front had a Man going to the net, O'Donnell, and there is Donahue again, sliding out, making a stop, and that will run the clock out. So, one goal in the first half, a very competitive game between the Skowhegan Riverhawks and the Bangor Rams. It is Bangor 1 and Skowhegan nothing. You're watching and listening to Boys High School Soccer on the place for local sports, Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
201 Tire, Battery, and Service on the Goodyear credit card for all your auto needs with great benefits. 6-month financing when you buy $250 or more. Subject to credit approval, terms and conditions apply. Double savings on select Goodyear tires via mail-in rebate. Accepted at Exxon and Mobil locations nationwide. The Goodyear credit card, the complete solution. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Get yours. Apply now.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights back here live at Skowhegan High School. Galen Neal is our videographer here this afternoon. 1-0 Bangor is our score here in boys soccer in the first half. The only goal scored by Jasper Sparks. We'll get to that in a minute. We had a couple of near misses, though, prior to that, including a shot that hit a post, even though it wouldn't have counted anyway. But interesting action. We'll get to all of that now.
Yeah, so the post shot, I believe, is this one. We also had the offsides, which was a heck of a close play. Oh, excuse me, this is a Skowhegan one. I'll dig that up there. There's an opportunity. Again, Skowhegan a couple times, I think that's going to be the story for them the first half. They got a couple times where they feel like they got the ball into the box.
Right.
And then just nobody home.
Yeah, they had the ball there. There's no question about that. They had the ball there for a chance, but it never got that far.
All right, so you got to get it into the box. The couple big chances for Skowhegan, specifically the two big ones. I thought this one was a great one. The Rams got caught here snoozing, as you see here. Kicks it all the way across Fitzpatrick by himself. But, I mean, that's a tough play. You make that. It goes on the highlight reel, and it stinks it. It rolls off the side of his foot. Break there for Bangor. And then I thought this was probably actually their best chance here. Excuse me. That's a save there at the end of the half. Let me cut back there as we see the aggressive play there from Donahue. Right here. Should be this one. I thought this was their best game here. As you see, Donahue Herrick, and then Steve's ultimately going to get the shot. As you see, really nice passing. I thought this was their best teamwork play. It's going to get touched up here to Steve's. He gathers, fires here, but as we said during that, not really much movement needed there from True to get to
Yeah,
that
it was too
one.
much on goal. No question about that. And Jasper Sparks, with the only goal of the first half, came 16-19 in to make it 1-0 Bangor.
I'm surprised the Rams weren't able to take advantage of this more because this one came, like you said, about not even halfway through, as Donahue just gets caught out of the net. I mean, there's not going to be really much of an easier chance than that. Really aggressive attacking it, and during the game, Bangor coaching staff was pleading with their team to chase, to rebound, to chase. Their shot, they put pressure on them.
Yeah, and Ryan Donahue came out way too many times to try to avert disaster in the first half than you would want. Now, you can question whether or not he should have done so, but the fact of the matter is if you're even thinking about it, it's trouble. And so he had to do it too much. And the philosophy should be, if you're going to do it, you'd better be sure that you get to it. You have to be absolutely sure that one time he did not get it, and it cost them a goal.
Yeah, and there was the other time, too, where it was a foot race between Shaw and Donahue. Donahue kind of went for a slide tackle, ended up kind of sitting on the ball. It broke up the play, but it was one of those situations where you didn't really get the clear where you're like, okay, it was a little bit still hold your breath moment. I think Skowhegan adjusted a little bit by just moving their back line up a little bit and forcing Shaw to not stand so far deep off sides, because I think in the back half of the first half, we didn't see as many of those breakouts from Bangor.
Halftime is brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. What we have for Cornicus, was it 1-1?
1-1.
Okay, 1-1. So,
yeah, and
1-1.
Shots on goal, 4-3 Skowhegan, actually.
We came in thinking it was going to be a really even game, and it's been a really even game.
Yeah, I think really you talk about I guess you classified as mistake. Over-aggressive play is the difference on the one goal.
Right.
And other than that, I think Bangor had a couple of nice run-ins. I think if they had a little bit more follow-up there, like we talked about, I think there were a couple of rebounds they maybe could have done something with. For Skowhegan, it just seemed like it took until basically the end of the first half for them to finally get some actual shots on goal, even though it's 4-3 Skowhegan. The first two of them they were kind of errant passes that they had to be saved, so they count as a shot on goal, but they weren't actual threats, so to speak.
Remember, every game we do on the Score, including today's, ends up in the vault, but the vault is always open. All you have to do is go to centralmainsports.com, click on vault. Every game we do is always going to be archived there, so if you want to go back and watch a game for the first time, if you didn't get a chance to see it, or if you want to go back to relive the memories, always right there, centralmainsports.com. Go to the vault. Halftime brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company. We got a 1-0 game here at the half. Bangor on top of Skowhegan on a goal by Jasper Sparks. We're back with second half action on the Score right after this.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here at Skowhegan High School as we get ready to roll here in the second half. Riverhawks back out in the field. Skowhegan huddling up around their head coach, Don Erb.
Probably a good time for a score reset, huh, Mike?
Excuse me, their head coach is not Don Erb. He's the boys' coach. I promise you. Yeah, it is Don Erb. Excuse me.
You're right.
The girls, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I've been thinking too much. What did you want me to do?
I said probably a good time for a score reset, right, before the start of the second half.
Okay, score reset brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. The only goal of the game, by Jasper Sparks. 16-19 into the first half. 1-0 Bangor. Each team with a corner kick in the first half, and 4-3 the shots on goal in favor of Bangor.
Skowhegan.
Really,
Yes,
Skowhegan.
Yes, sir.
And our score update is brought to you by Midstate Machine.
Worth noting, like you pointed out specifically in the pregame, Skowhegan was 3 ties on the season.
Yes.
I believe is what it was. That number stands out, obviously, in a game that we picked to be pretty even.
All right, blasted up by Bangor. Seamus McDonald. You got Ryan Donahue down to our left and Gavin True down to our right. All way out of bounds down there. And
it worked according to plan there. Bangor kind of baited him up there because obviously it came off of the Rams' opening kick there, able to get a Riverhawk to touch it.
All right, Thibodeau on the throw in to McDonald. McDonald has it taken away, blasted up to midfield. Jack Earl is there. Moves by LeBonville and knocked it out on the far side. Skowhegan throws it in. McConnell lost it. Cleared back in by Earl. Real struggle over there for it. Shaw pushing with McConnell, and it's going to end up with Skowhegan having the ball.
Yeah, real muscle tussles here to start this second half. Coach Fogg does get his wish, though, with the free kick here. Obviously, whistle against Bangor.
Noah McMahon launches and launched it out.
And nobody there. Kind of huddled up on the center to right center part of the box, and that kind of hooked back left, and Bangor just let that one roll out of bounds.
Actually, we had a change in goal.
Yeah, goalie
It's
change.
Graham O'Neill in the second half. So O'Neill is in.
Wonder if something happened to Glenville on maybe that last save. He hit the ground pretty hard, but still.
Cleared up, and it's going to go to Skowhegan. They're going to have a free kick. So an opportunity here for Skowhegan. Noah McMahon will kick it. Drops it in, looks for a deflection, doesn't get it, and coming out is O'Neill to grab the loose ball.
Dropped that one in nicely, but just as we've seen, I think, with both teams, really, those center kicks, I think, have landed where you want them to, just can't get teammates to them.
O'Neill with a liner. Back deep, McMahon on it. McMahon, Donahue again way outside the circle. Makes the catch of the rolling ball. Up to midfield, off the head there of McConnell. And out by Bangor on the other side.
I was holding my breath there for a second. Moscone gave that last one a run there. I thought we were going to see something similar to what we saw in that Mesolonsky game with the big breakout.
It makes it exciting.
Yeah. I mean, I think coaches are always going to say communicate no matter what, but Coach Fogg telling constantly during the first half, and I'm sure in the halftime huddle as well, you got to talk to each other.
Kendall, midfield, driven back in by Bangor. Ball gets by the defense. Back there is Stroman. Stroman just getting it ahead of Mike Moscone. Midfield, Earl to Shaw. Shaw deflected off Sparks, who's their goal scorer today. Now to Sudborough. Sudborough trying to get it ahead to Moscone, and there's Donahue again. A lot of contact.
That one was close there on that turn save. And then right play by Donahue because that was, I think, a chance.
Sam Steves. Steves to the middle. Pass is deflected by Thibodeau. It's going to be a Skowhegan throw in here. Early in the second half, 1-0 Bangor. Pass to McConnell. Files delivers it back to McMahon. Left-footed kick in. Smith with the shoulder. Comes down. Loose ball. Donahue.
Shot blow out his shoe.
Over to Steves.
Shin
Blew out
guard.
something. His shin guard,
Shin
yeah.
guard. Thank you, Galen.
All right, back. Hovenkamp on the sidelines. Able to keep it in the zone is Fitzpatrick. And now it rolls out. And it's going to be a Skowhegan ball. Aiden Hovenkamp. Donahue off the head of Kendall. To midfield, Moscone, intercepted by McMahon. McMahon to Fitzpatrick. Jack handles it nicely. Jack kicked it off Kendall, though. Kendall off the chest of Fitzpatrick. And that'll stay with Skowhegan.
Nice hustle there by Fitzpatrick. Kendall tried to get it over him. Fitzpatrick blocked it, and then on it coming back, he panicked a little and kicked it out, so Skowhegan gets this deep throw in.
All right, Hovenkamp. Here it is. High one, almost like a kick there, and it's a score! Wow!
How about that?
Off a throw-in. I believe it was Steves, but let's get a look at the replay.
Yeah, showing you here. Steves definitely scored it. I'm curious if someone touched that up. No. I think Hovenkamp gets an assist there. What a bender.
Sam Steves ties it up.
Give you one more look at that one. You get an extended look at the throw-in here. But that one, Bangor was the first one to touch it. Hovenkamp threw this a mile, by the way.
He sure did.
And on the spin, you see it deflects. I think it touched a Bangor player. Steves lines it up and just bends it inside that post.
5:21, and we're tied at 1. So Sam Steves ties us up. Let's see who responds how here. Curling in, Kendall. Taken away at midfield by Steves. Back to Files. We check that back to McMahon. McConnell. Third time's a charm. Up the sidelines, Herrick, LeBonville. Checked by Earl. Earl takes it away. Jack Earl to Thibodeau. Thibodeau. Kendall curls it over midfield. It's out, and it will be Thibodeau to throw it in. Thibodeau into Sudborough. Sudborough. Back to Thibodeau. Thibodeau working on Herrick, and Thibodeau kicked it out of bounds.
Bangor, they had those runouts in the first half of the first half. The second half, Skowhegan, I think, did a better job pressuring the ball, and that's a lot of what the Bangor coaching staff's been. It started to look like they're getting maybe a little bit tight.
McConnell over to Donahue. Donahue taken away by Sparks, taken back by Donahue. Too far for Fitzpatrick. Deflected by Shaw, near side. This will be a Skowhegan ball. Throw in here by Hovenkamp.
Man, he threaded the sideline on that one, didn't he?
Sure did. Headed by Fitzpatrick. Dropped up the sideline and run out by Aiden Linder. Linder turned back, though, by Skowhegan. Corner, LeBonville. LeBonville and Earl. Back to Fitzpatrick. Curls one up there, headed off the field by Smith.
Fitzpatrick could have saved that, but they're going to let it go. Why would you not? Because your last goal just came off this exact play. As you see, sprinting up in a hurry is Hovenkamp.
All right, here it is. Another good one. It's headed off, though. Hovenkamp drives it up almost like a corner kick. It is loose. Bounces down off the chest of Donahue. His shot right in front. Score! LeBonville makes it 2-1 Skowhegan. Owen LeBonville. And the Riverhawks lead it 2-1.
How about this? Watch here on the replay. Donahue keeps us alive. Gets it to Bonneville. They have a review and they call it good. But credit Donahue on that for keeping that one alive.
Exactly.
Show it to you one more time.
Comes at 7:50, almost 2 minutes and 30 seconds after the first goal.
This credit to kind of pinballs around. Donahue here chest traps it right there to get it, and then just is able to just muscle it up to LeBonville, who puts it in the back of the net.
Driven up by Kendall. Donahue way out, and Ryan able to glove it. Skowhegan appears to have the momentum.
I'm kind of curious now, don't you think, of why Bangor made the goalie change?
The bomb of a kick to midfield by Donahue. Shaw turns it up, tried to send away Jasper. Good defense by Hovenkamp. Ooh, that hurt Donahue. Finn is down. He might have gotten that in the very low abdomen area.
Yeah, what is the lower body injury? Do we say that?
It's almost a mid-body injury, but on the lower part of the mid-body. And Finn will try and shake that off.
Yeah, we showed that replay once. I'll take a cue from the NFL. I'm not going to show that again.
Yeah, once is good.
Yeah.
And Finn gets off the field. Get a rest. He's got a grin on his face now, so he'll live.
Yeah, I think all men know that sometimes it's more than anything, it's the shock.
When you can come off the field after having that happen and grin, you're okay.
He's all right. Catch a breather.
You're okay. Here's McMahon. Grab some water, grab some bench for a minute, get back in there.
Bangor, though, starting to unravel here, Mike.
Yeah, Skowhegan has got the momentum, and I think you mentioned something about fatigue, and that could be a factor. Skowhegan looks a little fresher. All right, far side. A steal by Skowhegan. They pooch it back to McMahon. McMahon too far ahead. Files, though, able to catch it, drive it in. It's driven back out, headed at midfield by Hovenkamp. Fitzpatrick can't circle and break away. Shaw and Jasper. Shaw, good defensive play there. What do we got? Stroman made the play.
I think they're going to get – McMahon tried to box out Shaw there to give Stroman the ability to kick it, and I think they got McMahon for a grab.
All right, it's going to be a goal kick here. A free kick, excuse me.
From basically the top of the box.
Yeah. Seamus McDonald, I believe, has it lined up. From straight on, about 30-ish, 35 maybe. All right, a lot of talk. You got Shaw, you got McDonald standing there. It's going to be McDonald. They go back to Shaw, and he kicks it high and deep and way over the goal.
And he airmailed that by a mile. Also, Mike Donahue going back in.
Donahue, a quick recovery. Good to see. Figured it would be. So Finn, who's been one of the best players on the field today, comes in. Coming out is Lucian Malik.
Yeah, and credit him. He's got
Actually, Malik will stay, and LeBonville, who scored, will come out. Donahue doesn't make midfield. Knocked down by Sudborough. Sudborough up to Moscone. Skowhegan. Good work by Herrick. Some fancy footwork over to Files. Files trying to go on Thibodeau. Gets by him. Gets tripped up. And Files
draws the whistle.
Yep, he drew the whistle.
I think this is going to be McMahon again, I'm going to guess. Yep. So Skowhegan, here's another chance. McMahon has he's been kicking it from short of midfield basically all game. Here, he's 10 yards into plus territory.
All right. From an angle to the left, here's McMahon. He pooched it short, looking for a header. It's off the head of Kendall. Kept active by Skowhegan. Kendall with it again. Now Skowhegan comes down with it. The shot by Steves, but it's right on and an easy save for Graham Neal.
Yeah, that
O'Neal, excuse me.
Yeah, I think Steves needs to look for a teammate. Wholesale changes coming here for Bangor.
Boy, I should say so. Let's talk about going to the bench here. Bangor going to it big time. Don Erb.
You're going to get a little bit of a heel clip there on
Yeah.
Skowhegan.
Yep.
And that's going to go right to that one. To try to get the quick restart there. That was Tardif, and he just kicked it right to Donahue.
Donahue with a booming punt to midfield. Knocked down by McDonald's head. Back it goes Linder. Linder on the sidelines. That'll be out. Right off Don Earl's foot. Erb's foot. Heck of a throw in there. Up for Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick taken away by McDonald, and it's cleared.
That's a miss there. Fitzpatrick got a break on the misplay by Bangor, and then trying to thread it through the center, couldn't get to his teammates.
Linder over midfield. Here comes Bangor. Pooched ahead by Sudborough. Coming out again is Donahue, and Ryan is on that loose ball. He has done that, 10 times today?
It's getting close.
And Donahue with 26-20 left in the game.
Is that
leading 2-1?
Girls soccer. Oh.
Whoa! Look at that! And upset and frustrated there is Jasper Sparks, as Donahue came out and did it yet again.
I don't know. He wanted a call, and I'm not super up to snuff on my rules, but I mean, Donahue went down low, didn't really get involved with the play.
All right, here's Sparks. Now Shaw wide. And subs galore, 2, 4, 6 coming in for Bangor.
Yeah, Skowhegan all of a sudden, for having all the momentum, that's a couple of really close opportunities. You're giving Bangor a chance to get right back in the game.
So Don Erb going to the bench, give some of his starters a few minutes off before the stretch run starts as we get to nearly 15 minutes into the second half, and that's cleared out of bounds by Smith.
I just say, everybody, the commotion, if you heard a little bit behind us, is the girls' soccer team working behind us over. Is there another field over there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So heading that way.
All right, cleared in. Bangor with it, far side. It's Yostin Yax. Yostinyax.
Donald, some fancy footwork there, but couldn't get his centering pass.
Right. Herrick pinballed it off Thibodeau. Herrick with it again. Thibodeau, though, up the sidelines, picks it off. Thibodeau, his pass is picked off by McConnell, taken back, and now cleared out on a good play by Aiden Hovenkamp, and this is going to make it out.
Skowhegan had all the momentum, and credit Bangor. All of a sudden, Skowhegan kind of looks discombobulated.
Moscone to the middle. Back now to Kendall. Kendall. And out of bounds right in front of us, and throwing it in again, Brody Allen.
There's a lot on that one. That was it seemed like there was some extra mustard on that from McConnell.
All right, driven up off the back of the foot by Kendall. Now off the side of Kendall's head. Now it comes down to McMahon. To midfield, headed there by Allen, and it goes out of bounds. This should be Skowhegan's ball, yes.
Yes, it is.
So we're throwing here Hovenkamp, who, as we have come to know, throws in really well.
Put some English on it, too.
There it is. Up to Fitzpatrick. Jack dancing on that sideline. To Donahue, but he could not get it. Beating him to it there was Yox. Check that. That's Yox now with it. Beating him to it instead was Gray Sparks. Yox on the near sideline. Yox and Hovenkamp. Back it goes now to Stroman. Stroman, nice little pass over to McMahon. And McMahon clears. Skowhegan drops it in. Midfield, Steves keeps it alive. Steves tripped.
Even before the trip, Steves got grabbed. He almost got a shoulder rub there from Bangor because they had both hands basically right on his collarbone. That was, I think, Kendall who got called for that.
Sam Steves up and shaking that off. All right, got a free kick here for Noah McMahon. Another opportunity for Skowhegan, leading 2-1. Here we go. McMahon, the header, and it's a save by Graham O'Neill.
Yeah, Donahue got a piece of that. Unfortunately, got a little bit too underneath it, and easy save.
It was kicked out of there by O'Neill. 22-22 as I gaze at the clock. Left in the second half, 2-1 Skowhegan. Riverhawks have scored twice in the second half. Steves and LeBonville. 2 minutes, 29 seconds apart. That's cleared back. O'Neill. Up to midfield. Glances off O'Donnell. Fighting for it there is Files. Now it's Yawks. Pass intercepted. Driven up by Donahue, comes out. O'Neill says, I got it. And he does. Scoop it up.
Yeah, that one, he's trying to get that long pass there, but overplayed everybody.
Long one, deep one. And so deep that Donahue, one goalie to another.
Yeah. Nice play there by Donahue. We're noting, Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, Scott, he can go a little bit deeper on the bench here for these subs.
Yeah.
When they get in, checked in.
Yeah, Colby Jakes is going to come in. Noah Pillsbury also going to come in. Midfield, rolls deep. Picked up there by Hovenkamp. Skowhegan able to work it in. Back, though, McMahon. Noah to Donahue. Donahue trying to lean in. He was veered off the play by Sparks. Sparks up to Shaw. Shaw laid it ahead for McDonald. Over on the right. Open side over there, and it rolls all the way out of bounds. Nobody there in white.
Yeah, Kendall, I think, was looking for O'Donnell, and that put a little bit too much line drive.
All right, coming in for Skowhegan, Colby Jakes, and checking out Aiden Hovenkamp. That won't be for long, though.
Yeah, I think Hovenkamp just getting a blow.
Yeah, he's just too good to not have in the game. Give him a brief rest and get him back in there. Hovenkamp has played really well. Yawks veered off the play by McMahon. He gets the ball back, shoots it, a save by Donahue.
That, I think, a little bit of a mistake there by McMahon. I think he was just trying to box out and hope that went out of bounds. Instead, Donahue makes a nice save. And not only that, be big. One of his biggest assets is be big. Goes low and uses that big frame.
Yostin Yaks with a very good goal-scoring opportunity. All right, Bangor drives it in, a whistle as it rolls down. Skowhegan nursing a 2-1 lead. Looks like this is going to be a free kick for Skowhegan. Coming back in for Bangor, Seamus McDonald. Coming out, Tristan Shaw. And it will be right at midfield.
I missed what the call was, but like you said, free kick, so McMahon here from midfield. Left when last one he left short. I think going to need to get a little bit more air under this.
So they're going to add some time on the clock because apparently it should have been stopped.
Yeah, I think it should. Their time.
All right, so they put 45 seconds, 44 seconds basically on the clock. So it's back to 20:30.
Yeah, he wanted the clock stopped, obviously, when Donahue went down.
Yes. So they add 44 seconds. All right, free kick, Noah McMahon, midfield. It is up and it's over everything. Trying to head it there was Herrick, but to no success.
He did that earlier where nobody was there. That time I wonder if they were trying to isolate Herrick because it looked like it wasn't so much. Herrick was over there, but like you said, over his head.
So O'Neill lays it over to Earl. Jack. Up the right side, Smith to McDonald. Now back to Earl. Earl being defended by Pillsbury. Stuffed there briefly by Fitzpatrick. Now it goes up to Moscone. Back to Earl. And Earl drives it up. It is Yaks.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah.
I thought, Skowhegan, the midfield kind of let that one go. Yaks nearly made a play out of that.
That went out off Fitzpatrick. Yes. Brody Allen into Yaks. Yaks turns right to the net. Deflected away from him, though. It goes to Kendall. Kendall. Back to Allen. Allen in midfield to Gray Sparks. Beaten to it by Herrick. Stuffed Herrick there. Herrick knocks it over midfield. Thibodeau on the edge of the circle. Back to Earl. Earl over to Allen. Back to Earl. Splits a double team. He pushes Pillsbury, but Noah comes away with the ball. Briefly. Now down the left side, Moscone. Stuffed and out. It went out of bounds off Colby Jakes. Earl with a high throw-in over everybody. Back to get it for Skowhegan is Stroman. And Yaks ended up going to the ground. Skowhegan coaching staff, you might be able to see, wanted a call. They didn't get it.
Yeah, you get to see there in the tail end because the ball boy's on the way. I think there was for sure, but there was a shove.
O'Neal blasted out of there. Skowhegan coming away with it. Steve's trying to work it to the middle, turn back. Good defense by O'Donnell. Now down the far side, Herrick. Cam Herrick, and it's out off Bangor. 18-10. Left in the second half. Skowhegan with 2 second-half goals to lead 2-1. Herrick looking to throw it in.
Pump fakes. You don't see that too often.
Cam didn't work. Cleared out to midfield. On it, Moscone. Moscone laid it up. Here's Yaks. Yaks fighting for it with Stroman. Yaks keeps it alive. Stroman bumped him off the play. Stroman deep into the far corner. Stroman got it by Yaks. It's still in bounds over there. Coming up is O'Donnell. Stroman still working hard. Ball is loose. It's driven. It's blocked by Donahue, and Finn Donahue cleared. Right back in, though, by Bangor. Off the head of Colby Jakes, and back out to Allen. Allen on the sidelines and unable to keep the ball in bounds, but they say last touched by Skowhegan, which is a surprise to me. In the corner it goes. Donahue lets the Bangor player go.
That's over the end line.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you because Jakes there ran up and was going to take it, then kind of got caught out of position because it wasn't. It was a throw-in for Bangor.
Yeah.
Skowhegan wanted a call there on the Bangor player, I think using somebody to get a little bit higher in the air on Kendall. I don't know if makeup calls are a thing in soccer, but that might have been the case.
Ryan Donahue. Midfield knocked down by Sam Steves. Steves ends up knocked down. Wow, we've got a little bit of intensity going on here. Coach Don Erb and
a little rampant here.
And Coach Jay Fogg and coaching staff are having a conversation, shall we say, about talking to one another's players when play gets a little bit rough. McMahon with the free kick. It's off the head of Smith. And it's out to Yaks. Yaks at midfield to Kendall. Kendall ahead of the pack now. It's Moscone. Moscone turns and shoots, and Donahue with the ground ball, and he makes the save.
Credit Jakes there because Jakes' defense, I think, single-handedly made it so that there was just not a lot on that shot. Nice play by Bangor. A lot of great passing there. But credit Jakes for being able to slow that down.
Knocked down in midfield. Hovenkamp ready to come back in, number 23. Deep and out is Ryan Donahue.
I think they're handling a lot better. As you see McMahon there, I think specifically trying to just box out and let Donahue track that down.
Donahue with the punt. Blasted out. All right, Hovenkamp back in, and also LeBonville is in. LeBonville's responsible for the first Skowhegan goal.
Jake's Pillsbury coming in to give some good minutes there,
Yep.
just give some rest there for the starters.
Yep, they did play well. All right, Fitzpatrick turns to the net. Jack up to LeBonville. Lost it. Cleared out of there by Brody Allen. A tie-up. Ball high into the air. Kept alive by Hovenkamp. Midfield. McConnell over to Donahue. Donahue staying with it. Seamus McDonald and he collide. It's going to be a Bangor ball.
Donahue hit the deck, but I think they get him for as he went down, extended the arms.
Yeah. Seamus McDonald.
Tell you what, coaches talking to coaches, you can see the physicality. Both teams want this.
McDonald with a high one. Donahue way out. A fair catch.
I think you see he's getting more and more comfortable as this game's going on.
Yeah. All right, Steves in the middle, intercepted by Brody Allen. Fitzpatrick, though, jumped up, slowed the play down for a minute anyway. Now Fitzpatrick comes away with the ball. Great work. And down he goes in a heap. Still down. Actually, that's Herrick. I beg your pardon. Cam Herrick. Sidelines and right out onto the Bangor bench. Cam Herrick trying to walk that off.
That's going to be throw-in here for Bangor. Herrick finally getting back in the play.
All right, Jack Earl's going to throw it in halfway into the Skowhegan zone. 2-1 Riverhawks, 13-13 left. Headed out of there by Skowhegan. Earl back to Thibodeau. Knocked down by the head of Stroman. A high one. Up off the head of Moscone and out.
And nice initial defensive play there as we're going to get another swap here. Hovenkamp and Jake's going to swap spots again.
Yep.
Hovenkamp coming to get some spray, I think, for his calf, I think he said.
Could be. Keep an eye on that situation because you want to get him back in the game as soon as you can. All right, Bangor's Yaks with the ball. Cleared out by Herrick. Ahead for LeBonville, but Earl is back there. Earl pooches it back, and O'Neill. I don't know what he was thinking there.
Trying to drop it off to a defender, just didn't get anything on
nothing on it. And here's Fitzpatrick driving to the net and sealing him off there with Smith.
Nice individual effort by Fitzpatrick because his pressure alone forces Bangor to just take the lesser of two evils and give up the corner kick, I'm pretty sure. Yep.
It is. So the second or third?
Third total, I believe, right? Second for Skowhegan? Third in the game, I mean, but second for them.
Oh, second for them. That's what I thought, too.
Yeah.
All right, so 2-1 in favor of Skowhegan.
All right.
And that is Herrick.
It's Herrick.
So Herrick, the penalty kick here in front, and it goes right on goal and a save there by Graham O'Neill.
And I think that came off of Steve's check here on the replay real quick as they clear. I think Steve's got a heel on it. Yeah, he did, but it just popped right into O'Neill's hands.
McMahon ahead for Herrick. Herrick beats Earl. Herrick, a stutter step trying to go on Thibodeau. He is upended. Play continues. Yaks up the far side. Yaks going for it with McMahon.
Man, Yaks has been given the business to and the defensive line, all of them.
He has been a difference maker since he came in the second half. We didn't see him in the first half, but in the second half, right in front, and it goes behind. The back-footed attempt there to redirect it by Kendall. Now Moscone. Moscone over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell, and it's blocked.
Now here's the last one with Moscone as we got to cut that other replay off short there. But like you said, two different Bangor players, and I'll boot it up here real quick so we can show you there. I had to cut it off short. Two different Bangor players had an opportunity on this crossing pass from Yaks. You see, man, he just giving everybody the business. We got a couple of subs in way, but you see that one gets crossed there, and Yaks going to put it through. Gets a little bit of deflection, and then Kendall can't get a back heel on it as he was overplayed it just a little bit.
Midfield, Earl. Under 10 minutes to go. Skowhegan with a 2-1 lead. Earl, defended by Donahue. Down the sideline to Moscone. Moscone to the net. In front, looking for a deflection. Didn't get it. Still there fighting for it is Asa Stroman. And what's the call here? It's going to go to Bangor. It's going to be a corner kick.
That'll even it up 2-2.
2-2. So an important moment here. Right on Ryan Donahue. That was ice cream for him there.
6 saves this half for Donahue.
And Ryan to midfield. McDonald knocks it down, right back in, and Colby Jakes can't run it down.
Yeah, misread that, but last off Bangor.
All right, Robertson in for Skowhegan, Lucian Malik in for Skowhegan, and rest here for McConnell and Herrick for what I'm guessing is going to be a brief amount of time.
Yeah, I'm with you.
As we go down the stretch. Throw in off the foot of Kendall. Over the head of Malik. Picking it up is O'Donnell. Over to Fitzpatrick. To midfield, pass was behind LeBonville, cleared back in by Smith. Knocked over by Stroman. Stroman hits it again. This is going to go way out.
That was a nice look by Fitzpatrick. He was looking to pick up Steves there at about midfield, and Steves and LeBonville were going to run just behind him, and it goes the other way.
Earl into the streaking Sparks, but it goes by him, and Donahue picks it up.
Tell you what, I bet you I did not pay enough attention in the pregame, but I bet you Donahue comes out and he marks every inch of that line so he knows where he can touch it with his hands.
Probably.
Because he's been to about every part of that box.
Yep, a good goalie will do that. 7:50 left in regulation, 2-1 Skowhegan. Far side knocked down by Earl. Earl checked from behind, good play by Malik. Malik slowed it up, back it goes Thibodeau. Thibodeau got under it. Headed by Sparks. Sparks gets the loose ball. Sparks goes to the net, but it's too deep. Could not keep it in.
That was almost a heck of a give and go there
Yep.
because Sparks' header found it, I think, its way right to, was that Kendall, I think, who was able to boot it right back to him, just ran out of real estate.
So Ryan Donahue with 7 minutes to go. Up to midfield, off the side of Earl's foot. Sparks. Cleared out. No. Stroman pinballed it off a Bangor player. Now Colby Jakes to midfield. Jumping up Smith to McDonald. Back to Smith. He overran it. Robertson. Stuffed there by Smith. Smith over to Moscone. Jakes on him. Back into the play, Fitzpatrick. Moscone, a header by Sparks, and coming out Donahue, and he reaches up and grabs it.
Hey, you see, he communicated, those watch the stream. Stroman was going to go for the header, and you saw Stroman pull back as Donahue told him, I got it. Ooh.
Whoops, he shanked that. Heads up. Nice play.
That one off the side of the foot. And Mike, how long was that for Herrick? 30 seconds?
Yes.
He's already back in at the subs box.
Yep. And that is out, and here comes Herrick. He will come in for Jakes.
Interesting. Herrick kind of more of an offensive player. Looks like he's going to come in and play defense.
He's going to come in and throw it in. Checks the clock. 5:45 left. Deep throw in LeBonville. In the middle for Steves. Those two guys have scored the goals today for Skowhegan. Far side, Zach Shaw. It's been a while since we've seen him. He sat out for a long time.
Yeah, he was
a terror in the first half.
Yeah, terror. I was going to say pass, but both.
Off the head of Sparks. Ahead for Kendall. Broken up by Skowhegan. Good job by Stroman.
Kendall tried to get a back heel click there, I think, to pop it over the defender and just missed it.
And back to get it, Noah McMahon. McMahon up the sidelines. Headed down by Bangor to Earl. Earl in traffic. Gets it back to Gray Sparks. Back up off the side of the foot of Donahue. A shot there by Earl was blocked. That had a lot on it. It was blocked.
Yeah, Finn Donahue in the way there. Otherwise, I think that one finds the goal. Not saying necessarily it goes in, but I think it finds its way there.
You got a corner?
Yeah, Skowhegan feels like they're just playing, just holding onto the rope a little bit.
The turn, the shot by Shaw is very high and wide.
Yeah, that's a tough turn there. You want to square up a little bit more. Instead, he had to kind of wheel around and just got absolutely underneath it and drilled it into almost the fence line.
4:25 to go.
They swap out Donahue and let McMahon take this.
All right, Noah McMahon. Looking it over.
Ref giving a little bit of a delay game there warning. But McMahon was not initially going to kick. That's going to be Skowhegan's argument.
Earl up to Shaw. Shaw up to Sparks. Sparks trying to hit Shaw. Going to the net. Didn't make it. McDonald off the chest. Now Robertson and McDonald on the far side for Skowhegan. Malik. Lucian Malik, and that is out off whom? It is out off Bangor.
Bangor wanted a handball, and I think they might have had a case there on the right as that battle for possession was taking place short of midfield.
LeBonville, Fitzpatrick going to the net, but it's too far ahead. He didn't have a chance to curl it in.
For Skowhegan, though, I mean, this is going to come with a big goal kick. Getting the ball out of their zone where it feels like it's been the last 20 minutes is a win in its own right.
Yeah. All right, knocked down midfield by Steves, but the rebound went to Bangor. Bangor now drives it in. Deep again. Here's Donahue. A header by Stroman back there. Donahue way out of the net. He can't touch the ball. It's cleared out of there and out by Herrick. Boy, Skowhegan really on their heels.
Now that was nuts. And they're going to get Donahue there, so it's going to be a free kick basically just inside the box.
Right.
As you see there, you just get to see the action.
The deflection goes high over the net on the free kick.
Break there for the Riverhawks on both cases.
2.5 minutes left. Skowhegan trying to hold on. McMahon. Far side, knocked down by Malik. And out of bounds by Files. Or checked up by Robertson. Bangor quick throw in by Sparks. McMahon. And that is out.
You see the call here. I think it's corner kick here. Third one this half for Bangor.
So we've got 4-2. For Bangor, way too long. They still get a deflection, but it deflects to the goal line and goes out.
Yeah, that went long, and all Kendall could do was get up and try and header it, but instead it just pops off over
Minute
the goal.
and a half. Noah McMahon, high to midfield or close to it. Glances off the head there of Fitzpatrick. Down the sidelines by Smith. And it's cleared out by Stroman. No chances taken.
Skowhegan's playing safe on the goal kicks.
Yeah. 1 minute.
You get a throw in here.
Good throw in, too. Deflection in front, and it goes wide.
And then off Steves just knocks that out of bounds. We're going to get a corner. Skowhegan's playing safe on the goal kicks, dropping everybody back, but Bangor's basically winning and booting it right back in the box.
All right, another corner kick. A tip. Out it goes. Kept in by Bangor. Over to Earl. Earl blasts it over. Down to 35 seconds. Smith blocked, slows up, taken by Skowhegan.
Smith with.
They clear it all the way out. A throw in here by Thibodeau with 22 seconds left. Inside the box, cleared out by Stroman. Taken back, though, by Bangor. Gray Sparks, a shot up, and it's just wide of the far post. And that is probably going to run timeout. It is.
Take a look at how close this one was.
And that is it. And Skowhegan hangs on.
Earl missed that by inches.
Inches. inches. They just hang on. Final score in this one from Skowhegan. The Skowhegan Riverhawks 2, the Bangor Rams 1. The postgame show is next. This is high school soccer on The Score.
Nothing brings people together like good food. So when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards. So be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone and Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone and Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone and Stove in Oakland.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights back here post-game at Skowhegan. Riverhawks with a win. They beat the Bangor Rams by a score of 2-1 in the best soccer game we've had this year.
Yeah, I mean, we talked pregame about how, on paper, I thought these teams matched up really well. And the first half, I think, played out that way, even though Bangor was up 1-0. Kind of a mistake by Skowhegan. Bangor took advantage of. They had some runouts. Looked like their offense was really in a flow in the first half. Then they started to turn the ball over. Skowhegan got more possession, just didn't get, I feel like, credible shots, really, even though they were up 4-3 at half, shots on goal. And then, curious, I mean, obviously we don't have the luxury, and I don't know that he would tell us, of asking the Bangor coaching staff. They make the goalie change. Skowhegan comes out, gets a couple of good looks that they got at the end of the first half, now finally puts them in goal, and all of a sudden looked like they were in complete control and might start running away with this. But, man, that last 20 minutes, if it was out of the Skowhegan half of the field, Mike, it was maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was brief. They played on their heels, Skowhegan, in the second 20 minutes of the period. First 20 were pretty even. Actually, Skowhegan was more than even. Skowhegan dominated the first 20 minutes, scored their 2 goals in those 20 minutes. But, man, the last half of the second half was nerve-wracking from a Skowhegan standpoint.
Yeah, and, funny thing, I wonder, I wish to be a fly on the wall a little bit for the halftime discussion with Coach Fogg and the team about making some defensive adjustments. I thought they came out really well again, and they forced turnovers. But Donahue maybe a little bit too aggressive, you could say, in the first half. It led to, obviously, the one and only Bangor goal. But, man, you can see the comfort level in the second half, because there's a couple times if he doesn't come out, we may be talking overtime or a Bangor win. And I think his comfort level and his command of his defensive box is just as much a credit towards Skowhegan winning today.
Before we show you a highlight or two, today's game, as always, brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. So let's take a look at stuff in the second half, stuff being 2 goals by the Skowhegan Riverhawks, 2 minutes and 29 seconds apart. The first one was scored by Samuel Steves.
And we talked about this, both teams in the first half. I thought throw-ins, corner kicks, put the ball where they wanted to. There was just nobody there to take advantage. Here you get that fortuitous bounce, and Steves just absolutely hooks that inside the
nice
post.
Shot.
That was one of the prettier goals I think we've seen.
Outstanding shot there by Samuel Steves. So that's at 5:21. We're tied at 1 there, and we didn't stay tied for long. 2 minutes, 29 seconds before Owen LeBonville scored.
And how about the individual effort here by Donahue? That chest trap, puts it down, and then just taps it to LeBonville all by himself.
Smart.
Bangor made their plea that was offsides. The refs had a discussion about it and then ultimately ruled it was good goal, and that's the game winner.
Yep, that was the game winner. Corners in the game, Bangor, I have them for 4, 2 for Skowhegan. Want to check my work?
I had 4 in
Okay.
the second half.
All right. And what do we have for shots?
9-9. 9 shots on goal.
Couldn't have any more evenly played game than this.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about even though Skowhegan gets the win 2-1, I think you would agree, it was like this.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about, I mean, just to show you, too, those watching the stream, there was a couple opportunities. Bangor was really aggressive, obviously, in the second half. But, I mean, just look at the literal last play of the game here. Bangor in desperation. You get this crosser, and it's going to land almost in the exact perfect spot, and it's was it Earl? Earl gets a chance, and it's just out of reach there. Donahue was there, too, so maybe you still get the save, but, I mean, inches.
It rolled by 7 seconds left. It was that close.
Yeah.
Bangor, second half of the second half, had Skowhegan on their heels, and very anxious moments for sure. Ryan Donahue, a very aggressive game in goal.
8 saves.
8 saves for Skowhegan. So they pick up their third win of the year. They are 3-4-3 now, so closing in on a 500 record. Tomorrow night, it's high school football right over there with Skowhegan taking on the Lawrence Bulldogs. Game time is 7 o'clock. Saturday afternoon, we've got more high school football. Looks like it's going to be a mutter for sure.
Weather permitting.
Between Brewer and Winslow in Winslow. We're going to have the score house there, as I call it, and some rain gear and a tarp and bungee cords and everything else, and probably some towels from Winslow. Brewer at Winslow at 1 o'clock. So for Galen Neal, our videographer, for AJ Knight, Mike Violet saying so long and good night from Skowhegan High School. Final score in this one, a win today for Skowhegan. The Riverhawks 2 and the Bangor Rams 1.
This high school sports presentation on the place for local sports, The Score, has been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone & Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, BJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Joseph's Market, the Harry J. Smith Company, Computer Improvements, Casella Waste, and by Dixon's Country Market. For all your local sports action, keep it right here on the place for local sports, The Score.